Hey, third graders, today we're going to be working with subtracting money. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and we're going to change the directions just a little bit to make it a little more user-friendly. All right, so let's look at the first one. Find the amount of change, the directions, and we're going to actually cross out by counting on the amount paid, okay? So we're going to find the change, and then we're going to draw the coins and bills, okay? So and I'll explain it. It's actually, I think you're going to like it. All right, let's read the first one. Cody paid for a $1.17 container of yogurt. Underline that. With 2 $1 bills. How much change did he get? So I know what he spent. Okay, he spent the $1.17, and then he has 2 $1 bills. If I have 2 $1 bills, how much is that? Okay, that's really $2. Okay, hopefully you're good at making those dollar signs where you do the S with the line through it. All right. So make your $2 so I know how much he has and I know how much he spent. I always have to put the bigger number on top. Okay, so I'm going to take how much money he has. I'm going to put my dollar signs in. I'm going to put that number on top. When we subtract with money, it's the same as just like when we subtract without money. Okay, but there's a couple of little things we're going to remember. Okay, so he has 2 $1 bills. We're going to subtract his yogurt, okay, to see how much change he got. Now, a couple things happen before we even start, okay? The dollar sign drops right down, and, the decimal point drops right down, and the dollar sign drops right down, okay? Now I'm ready to subtract. All right, can I do 0 take away 7? Bigger on the bottom? No, I cannot. Go over next door, nothing there. So I go to the 2, cross it out, put a 1. Then I come over and I make a 10 and a 9 and a 10, right? Just like regular subtracting. So now I'm ready to subtract. 10 take away 7. 3, 9 take away 1, 8. There's my decimal point right where it should be. And then 1 take away 1 is 0. Okay, so how much change did he get back? He got 83 cents back. So I put that up here, okay, with my dollar sign. You don't need to put the 0. You can just put 83 cents. Now, here's what they want to do when they say draw the coins and the bills. If you wanted to make 83 cents, okay, you are going to, up here, we're going to show we can use dollars. We could put a $1. If it was coins, like the 83 cents, we could use Q for quarter, dime, D for dime, N for nickel, and P for penny. So these are the ones that we're going to be using to make 83 cents, okay? I know I'm not going to use the dollar, right? Because that's too big. So think about if you had coins and you were going to make 83 cents. Okay, so over here, I need you to write that down. I would need 1 quarter, that's 25. Another quarter is 50. I'm not to 83 yet. Okay. What if I did 1 more quarter? What would that be? 3 quarters would be 3 25s, which would be 75. I'm getting close. Okay. What else could I add to 75? I want to get to 83. What if I add a nickel? Okay. A nickel is, let's go up here and let's just write what these are, just in case you forgot from 2nd grade. A nickel is 5 cents. A dime is 10 cents. And a quarter is 25 cents. Definitely write those down in case you forgot. So I'm at 75 right now. If I add a nickel, you're just putting the letters in order. Now I'm at 80 cents. Ooh, I'm so close. I want to get to 83. What do I need if I'm at 85? I need some pennies, don't I? 86, 87, 88. Okay, and then I want you to circle it. And so you have two things on each problem that you need to do. Okay, you have subtract and then write your coins. Two things. Okay, all right, let's do another one. Okay, some of these you are going to do on your own, so pay close attention. Let's read number 2. Maria paid $4.39 for a sandwich. Here's what she spent with a $5 bill. Think in your head, $5. Okay? With a dollar sign. How much change did she get? Okay, so I'm going to always put my amount that I have on top. That's my bigger number. So put your dollar sign and $5. We want to know what her change was, so we need to subtract what she spent. So it's going to be minus. I'm going to subtract $4.39 for her sandwich to see what she has left. All right, what's the first thing we do? The decimal point drops straight down and the dollar sign drops straight down before you even start subtracting. Okay? All right, here we go. Can I do 0 take away 9? No, I cannot. Go next door. There's nothing there. Just like the last one, we have to go all the way over to the dollars. If I take 1 away from 5, I have 4. I come over here, I make a new 10. I still have to cross that out and make a 9 so that I can come over here and make a 10. Then I'm ready to subtract, right? All right, here we go. 10 take away 9. 1. 9 take away 3. 6. 4 take away 4. 0. 61 cents is my answer that I'm going to transfer to the line. How fun is this, right? Okay, I'm not done, am I? Because I need to make 61 cents, remember, with this stuff at the top, with my letters. What we talked about before, you don't want to write down 61 P's, by the way. You want to use as big a coins as you can at the beginning, okay? So it makes less work for you, right? So I'm going to always start with your quarters. Well, 1 quarter is 25 and 2 quarters is 50. Look at, I'm already really close. I need to get to 61. 50 plus another. I'm thinking if I want to get to 60, I'm going to do a dime because I want to add 10. So that's 60. Guess what? All I have left is a penny. And that's all I have to do. Okay? All right. It's kind of fun, right? All right. Let's look at the next one. Asia bought a $3.62 book with 4 $1 bills. Write down. 4 $1 bills is $4. How much change did she get? Okay, I want to use the big number on top with how much money she had. And then I want to take away what she spent on the book. Okay, so I put that big number on top. Here's what she had. She bought the book, $3.62. Okay, ready? We're almost ready to subtract, but we got to do one thing first. We got to drop our decimal point straight down. It's like the decimal point is heavy. It drops straight down. And the dollar sign does the same thing. And here we go. We're ready to subtract. Okay. Same thing, when you have those two zeros, you need to go all the way over to the 4, make it a 3, then make a 10, then make a 9, then make a 10. You're going to get really good at that today. Okay? And you're ready to subtract. 10 take away 2 is 8. 9 take away 6 is 3. 3 take away 3 is 0. We don't have any dollars again, do we? We just have cents. So I come up here and I put my cents. By the way, if it said $1.38, then you would, when you started to make your things right here, you would need to put the dollar in there, okay? We haven't had any of those yet, but if it's over $1, you're going to have to go up to the top and you're going to need to use this one before the quarter, aren't you? Right? Okay. Now, how can we make 38 cents? Okay, so here, how do I make 38? Well, I know I can do Q for quarter. That's 25. What if I had 10? 25 plus 10 is 35. I'm going to add a dime. That's 35. And then I just need 36, 37, 38. Cool, right? Circle that so that I see it. All right. So on the next ones, these are the 3 that you're going to do on your own, okay? Malik paid $2.56 for her milk with a $5 bill. $5. How much change did he get? All right, so I'm going to make my problem. $5. Take away what he spent on the milk. And drop down my decimal point. Drop down my $sign. And I'm ready to subtract. Okay? And I can see on number 4, okay, that you're going to end up with some dollars right in this spot. And that's okay. But when you go over to write it with the letters, like the Q and the D in the end, you might have to put $1 there with either a $1 or a $2. Okay? So be careful on that one. I think you can do it, right? For instance, if you got over here and it was a $2, then I could do 2 $1 like this, or I could say $2 like this. Okay, so if you get something where you have to do dollars, you know how to do it. You're still going to have to add the coins to it, okay? So you have 3 to do on your own, and then on the back, I'm going to pause and bring that up. On the back, we're only going to do number 1, 2, and 3. Mrs. Hagen is so nice. So when you get to the back side, it's just multiplying. Let's go take a peek at that. All right, here we are on the back side. So we are only doing 1, 2, and 3. And remember, when you're doing those, you're doing the multiplying. So you're going to go 7 times 4, then 7 times 2, then 7 times 3. Up, over, over. Okay, on the next one, I'm going to go 6 times 8, then 6 times 4. Okay, then I'll be getting my answer right here, won't I? Up here, I've got another 3 digits, so I'm going to go up 8 times 5, then 8 times 7, then 8 times 2. And remember, if you carry any numbers up on top, to add them in. Okay? So like on this first one, it's 7 times 4 is 28. I need to make sure that when I do 7 times 2 that I add that 2. We've done these a lot this year, so you should be very good at them by now. Okay? And then don't forget, if your answer needs a comma, that you do that. Okay? If you're, let's say that my answer was 1, 2, 3, 4, you always need to put a comma if there's at that third spot from the back. Okay? So if any of your answers have commas, and I can tell you right now that 2 of them are going to. Okay? If you would like to do some of this on the bottom for extra credit, that would be great. All right. Have a good day, guys.